Hello friends, welcome to my channel, a channel for learning simple coding. If you find this video to be helpful, please like, share and subscribe my channel. From this video, we are going to start a new series on Typescript. I am starting this series because after this Typescript, I am going to start React with Typescript. So I want that first of all we should learn what is Typescript, why we require this Typescript, then we can use this Typescript in React also to better understand the React also and to understand the industry requirement with Typescripts. So what is Typescript? We should understand first. So in this video we are going to learn what is Typescript, how to install the Typescript, how to configure this Typescript to run your program, and how you can make a first hello world program. So first of all, what is Typescript? So we can understand only in a single sentence that Typescript is superset of JavaScript. One thing. Second, we can learn that Typescript is secured JavaScript. We can say Typescript is secured JavaScript. We can say that Typescript is strict typed JavaScript. You see, so Typescript is what? Is a superset of JavaScript. That means all JavaScript comes under Typescript. Typescript is secure JavaScript. You can say it's a secure one. You know that JavaScript is not so much secure. So we can make it secure. And restrict type JavaScript, because JavaScript is a dynamic data type language. This Typescript is a static type language. So we can also say it's a static type, and we can also say it's a static type JavaScript. So many definitions are there. And if you see this one picture, then you will understand everything. This picture says everything, that in Typescript we have a JavaScript. So JavaScript is a subset of Typescript and Typescript is a superset of JavaScript. Now, who developed this? Microsoft. Microsoft developed this Typescript. So these are the points to understand about Typescript. Now, how we can install this Typescript? First of all, we need a Node.js. So if you know React, if you know Node.js, then it's very easy to learn this. And if you have a knowledge of JavaScript, it's very fast to learn Typescript also. So first of all, what software we require? We require Node.js. So here you have to type this like this, Node.js, and you can see the version. I have a 16.15.1 version. So Node.js is must. And how you can install Node.js? Everybody knows that. Go to the website, download and double click next and install. So after the Node.js, when you want to use the Typescript, just you have to type a command npm install or npm I, gf is global, and we said Typescript. So this is the command that is required. You can install it globally. After this installation, you can run the Typescript compiler, and Typescript compiler is tsc, and you can see you see we have a 4.7.4 version right now for Typescript compiler. One more way we have to install a Typescript, you can install like this, install in place of G. In place of G means globally you want to install. In place of global installation, you can install in a module like save dev. You can install like this, save dev. And after this command, because I have installed it globally, so I don't want to install in a module, but you can install like this: npm install, I just cls. You can install TypeScript by second way also. Just you have to call the previous command installation. In place of just g, you have to use save dev and press enter. I have installed already globally, so I don't want to install in a module. After that, how you will run? Because it's not available globally, so tsc would not run. So you have to use npx tsc, then you can check the version. If you install it in a module like this, you can check the version. So here I can use global version tsc compiler because I have installed it in a by option of G. So this is the installation. So we have done the first thing, what is TypeScript, second how to install, now how to configure. You see that how we can configure. First time if you are running your TypeScript, so create a directory, and you know that in VS Code whenever we open a directory, so we have a workspace where we work. So here in this Visual Code, we just select a TypeScript folder, and then in this folder you have to type a command tsc init and press the enter. So after that one file will created tsconfig. Remember that you have to call a command, this tsc init. Then this command will create a file, this tsconfig.json. This file is so big, so not possible to configure or learn all the options available in this configuration file, but few options we can remember, and later on in videos also if we require we can change options also. Like here we have a target. So here we have a target means we are using ES6 means we are using JavaScript of 2016. So we can use 15, 16, 17, whatever version you want you can type here, and you can change according to that. Now we have some other options also, like module we are using. So when we will create a module, then we can change the module. Otherwise we have a common JS module, common JavaScript module. By default the file which we are creating, a TS file, would be in a current folder. Like I have this TypeScript and I am in a current folder, but you can specify a specific folder here for TS file. We have a root directory, so we can type a root directory here also, the specific type, and we can also pass the output of the directory, means the JavaScript file that would be created here in output file or output directory. We can specify the file, but I am not changing this all because these are the setting for project development in TypeScript. So I am not developing a project or some other thing. I am just beginning this TypeScript series to learn the fundamental of TypeScript. So there are so many settings are there, so many sections are there, those are automatically inserted. Just you have to uncomment all these and change the setting as per your requirement. So it's not possible to learn all these things together, but it's good to understand this and learn that this is the configuration file. Whenever we require to change some setting in TypeScript, then we can use this file. Now configuration is done, because by default configuration we are using, we are not changing anything right now. We can later on we can change. So I have created here a file first.ts. Remember that TypeScript have a extension of TS TypeScript. Just see the first program in TypeScript. We use let to create a variable in JavaScript. So we are using here also, and I say message, and here I say hello world like this, and I say console.log, and here I can pass message. I save this. Remember that this is the pure JavaScript code. That means all the JavaScript file automatically are TypeScript file with other features. So how we can run this? So this is the TS file. You remember that this TS file is not understood by the browser. Browser only understand the JavaScript. So we have to convert this file into JavaScript. So that work is done by the TS, the compiler, TSC compiler. So we have a first dot TS, and as I press the enter, and it will compile this and it will create a file first.js with this same code. You see, I use here let and it convert it with the where. Now by the use of node, we can run this JavaScript file and you see the output hello world. Remember that? So first of all, we have to write a TS file, and then we have to compile this TS file, and then we have to run the JavaScript file. Now question rise, what is the requirement of TypeScript if all the code are same? So you will understand this, that all code are not same, and in next video I will give you a live example that what is the requirement of TypeScript over JavaScript. So you can say that TypeScript is the future of JavaScript. So here you see that in JavaScript program, this message variable is there, and in this message variable, if I type here like this, I say 20 and I save this and I run it again, you see that now it convert to 20. So this is the text variable, dynamic type, because JavaScript is dynamic type language. Now we are passing a numeric value. So it is not feasible in a big program to find out the error if we have such kind of silly mistakes. So now what we can do, we have a TS here, and here in this message we have a hello world. Now you see, if I change here the value of this and I say 20, and now you see the error, and I compile this, you see I compile this and you see the error. You see as this, the error is there. So we have an error. What is the error? You see, error is number is not assignable to the type string, means this is a string variable and we are passing here is 20 as a numeric value. So I told you that is a strict type language, strict type, static type, secure superset of JavaScript. So you see that we have a problem here, but in the JavaScript we do not have a problem. So by using this TypeScript, we can secure this information. Here I can change, but I have to write only the correct value, then I can compile it again. You see, now you see the code, we have this one and we can compile it by using node compiler. We say node compiler and then we have the output. Now we can modify this JS file here, JavaScript file. JavaScript file you can modify, but if we are making a coding here, the output is JavaScript, and that output will be the final output which we have corrected by the mistakes, which mistakes we have corrected. So not possible to debug the JavaScript program and compile JavaScript program and to find out the error in JavaScript program so easily as we are doing in TypeScript. Now one more thing, that if we run TypeScript with the W option or watch option, if I say W or I say watch and I press this enter, so automatically it will run. And if I do some mistake, if I do some changes, suppose you see I just remove this and I back to the hello world, so automatically it detect the change, you see, and I can run this here in other command prompt, my file, and you see that hello world is coming. Again, if I want to change the text, so I can change the text, I save it, and you will see that automatically it will detect and run. And here I can see the output, this change, and I can run it once again and you will see the output, that the output value is changed. So we can use the watch option, and with the help of watch or W option, automatically it will detect the changes in the file and it will convert into the JS file, and you can use your JS file whenever you require in Node.js or you want to use in the browser. So that's all in this video about the introduction, installation, configuration and running a hello world program in TypeScript. If you understand it, please do subscribe. Thank you for watching this video.